Desmond, welcome to the City of Trees in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. A picture-perfect afternoon for college football for this great postseason matchup. The flyover just moments ago. 'Tis the season for college football's postseason. Great crowd expected here today. Western Michigan and BYU. 3rd and 3 once again. Ellaby with time across the middle. Pass is caught. The drive continues. Keyshawn Watson with a grab and a gain of 13.
Well, they're going to run tempo again, but I want to come back to why Tim Lester feels as though he's loaded for bear. He had a good recruiting class, of course.
His analytics team indicates on first down whether or not they want to go for it on 4th down if they get to a certain distance. Here it's 4th and 2. Bogan in the backfield. Needs to get to the 19. I don't think he got there. Stopped at the 20 in the BYU defense. A big-time stand.
Well, defensive coordinator Elisa Tuiaki has spun up some great defenses this year. He's had a lot of injuries, but they've been able to make stops when they needed to, and BYU with a huge stop there. You always take what the defense gives you.
Pressure. Wilson goes down inside his own 30. Ali Fayed got there first, along with his teammate Corvin Moment. Mahalik, 38 yards per attempt this season. He shanks this one out of bounds. A bad kick. And outstanding field position for the Cougars.
Like I said, you never know in bowl games. I think sometimes the time off, Roy, really affects some players. It affects special teams and the timing of special teams.
And El Bakri also in the mix at running back. And after a short pickup, it's 2nd down and 9 for Zach Wilson. Flings it to the end zone for the touchdown. Dylan Colley. Wide open, crossing the goal line. And a 26-yard scoring strike. BYU strikes first.
Great play design that time by BYU. Jeff Grimes, the OC, dialing one up. And it's a seam route, Dylan Colley. But watch how the ball just flies out of Zach Wilson's hands. On time, early, just splitting cover 2. Touchdown for the Cougars. And that's just really, really fine execution by BYU.
Skylar Southam's extra point on the way. And good. And our new score, 2:20 remaining. Here in our first quarter, BYU striking first. Play action for Wilson. Colley tried to reel that one in. They're going to give it to him in a gain of 11. Dylan Colley caught a 26-yard touchdown pass moments ago. A nifty grab there.
They're lining up and going for it. You got to like it.
Using tempo. Wilson fakes the handoff. Down he goes, and nowhere close. Eric Asua wrestled him down with relative ease.
Well, one player always has contained. That time, Eric Asua, the defensive end, in Lou Esposito's defense, he has contained. Number 33 not falling for the fake to El Bakri, and he just hammers Zach Wilson.
Tigers will get Notre Dame 8 days from now in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Big play for the Broncos on 3rd and long. Ellaby, pump fake, across the middle, and a dangerous toss. Looking for Ricci, and it's incomplete.
Has been on full display. He huddled with his defense before they took the field. He said, this is a heavyweight fight. Keep bringing the pressure. Keep being aggressive. Let's unload the tank.
Wide open for a first down. Wilson, it took some time, but he finally found his tight end for first down yardage, and Bushman will pick up 19. Well, you love those stories, and you love BYU's offense so far today. Zach Wilson just about perfect as the drive continues into Western Michigan territory. Talon Shumway, the reception.
Well, nice, again, roll pocket by BYU and Zach Wilson. And, of course, they're not bad ones at all. Tom Brady, the Patriots, Aaron Rodgers.
On the attempted reverse, the handoff was missed and now recovered by Stephon Claiborne. Now, Kalani Sitake and Jeff Grimes reach deep into their bag of tricks and come up snake eyes as Western Michigan forces a critical turnover.
Lou Esposito, he's not crowd surfing today, but he's catching players in the air. Claiborne makes a fantastic play of a loose ball along the sideline, Roy. And you're going to see a little trickeration. All of a sudden, Algier gets the ball punched out. I'm not sure which player that might have been. Fayed who punched it out. And then Claiborne just makes a spectacular play recovering the ball.
Biggest play of our first half coming up right now for Kalani Sitake and Tim Lester. 4th and 3 for Western Michigan. Broncos 0 for 1 on 4th down today. Inside zone, Bogan probing, bounces that one outside, and there he goes. Jamari Bogan to the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. What a run for the 5th-year senior.
Well, the young man, he's not so young anymore. He's an entrepreneur. He's buying houses, flipping them in Kalamazoo, but he follows big number 38, Odell Miller, and Bogan just bounces it outside, makes a great move on the 12-yard line, launches into the end zone. And Roy, here's a guy who is an experienced running back. He's garnered MVP trophies before, the Bahamas Bowl 2015, and right there making the play of the day so far for Western Michigan.
Tim Lester told us yesterday, Bogan is so patient in the hole. You saw that develop there. Less than 2 to play in a fast-moving first half. Cougars need 6. Wilson flung down back at the 30. Eric Asua, the sack. And Western Michigan, Tom, all of a sudden with all kinds of momentum here in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Well, Lou Esposito dials up the pressure package, Roy. They bring 6. Asua. That was one thing they tried to do. P.J. Fleck, of course, at Minnesota now, but he did have a few spectacular teams here at Kalamazoo.
Bellamy wide open, and a gain of 10.
He's got Sione Taki in his back pocket.
And already with double-digit stops today, Ellaby. Pocket collapses. Flings it to Bellamy for a first down. That was close to the line of scrimmage. As it stands, a first down, and Western Michigan now threatening after a gain of 14.
Taki makes a tackle of Bellamy out of bounds, but a great job by the young quarterback, Caleb Ellaby. This is fantastic pocket presence, Roy, and being able to step up in the pocket, take a little off the ball, nice throw to the running back, and able to get the big chunk of yardage and the first down. And boy, that is just good defense.
37-yard field goal attempt for Gavin Petty. Plenty of distance. And Western Michigan with its first lead of the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Broncos up 10-7.
Well, I'm going to credit Ellaby for making really good decisions down the stretch there, Roy. He faced some tough circumstances with BYU's defense, but he didn't turn the ball over. He gave his team a chance, and they come away with points on the board. Ended it with, of course, the field goal to take the lead at half, but this second half, I expect a lot more scoring by both sides.
Beautiful afternoon in Boise, almost giving way to evening across the middle. Neil Powell, his first grab, and it's a big one. Finally brought down at the 20-yard line by Alex Grace. That's a gain of 48 yards and the 17th catch of the season for 84 in blue.
Well, Powell is a big target, and Zach Wilson is feeling it right now. He has really placed the ball in tight windows today, and right there, just another wonderful
Wilson
throw.
Remains perfect after the penalty. Out of the pistol. He'll fake it to El Bakri to the end zone. Touchdown, BYU. And who else but Dylan Collie, his second scoring grab of the evening.
Zach Wilson in fuego right now. 11 for 11. 2 touchdowns, both to Dylan Collie. This is a little smash route, just a corner route run by Collie, and the ball again thrown with precision.
And sometimes we've seen it come out a little late to your liking, but he's so accurate, he makes it work. And what a weapon to have at quarterback, only playing in his first season. Southam's extra point is true. And the Cougars back in front by 4.
Well, great way to start the second half for BYU, Roy. You see Collie just work towards the corner.
And he paid dividends in this situation in the second quarter. He will not here. Brought down by Kairos Tonga. And he had nowhere to run. Big 95 was sitting there waiting.
For a lot of the younger players in the program, and it's a nice send-off for your veteran players.
Play action, Wilson, same, caught, first down BYU. And the first grab for Dallin Holker, stopped by Tranquil, but not before he picked up 20.
Boy, the ball comes out quick. I love it. They put the tight ends in the slot. So Holker on one side, Bushman on the other. They both run seam routes, but Holker has the ability to bend. 13 of 13, spot on.
Riley Burt, deep handoff with an opening. Burt to the end zone. 37 yards.
Well, Riley Burt, that's a great piece of running, because what he does, coaches will tell you when there's 2 defenders closing in on you, don't waste moves. Split the defenders, hit it going 100 miles an hour. That's what he does. He takes a handoff. Nice little bump out right here. Great blocking up the middle. But you see how he splits those 2 defenders, Roy? He just saw end zone, pay dirt, and he flew to it.
And Stephon Claiborne had a chance and could do nothing with Burt. Southam's extra point is good. And our new score halfway through the third quarter, 21-10. BYU on top of Western Michigan. Riley Burt, second touchdown of his junior campaign.
No TDs, no interceptions, but I think right now you got to respond, Roy, if you're Western Michigan, get points on the board.
Pressure off the edge. Ellaby is sacked. Sione Taki. And a little celebration afterwards.
Well, if this was fantasy football and you had Taki, you'd be getting a lot of points. I can tell you that, because right there, that's tackle number 14. 7 solos, 7 for loss. 2 tight ends, so they were in there heavy.
After a loss of 7, Wilson floats it deep. Has a receiver breaking open and caught. Hefo has it. Makes a move. BYU with a touchdown. 70 yards just like that.
Well, and as I begin to contemplate game balls, it's kind of a no-brainer. Zach Wilson, who's now 14 of 14, 256, 3 touchdowns. Hefo with a score.
Now there's being perfect and there's being perfect. And Zach Wilson on the verge of setting several postseason records. And he dropped in a dime beautifully to Aleva Hefo. 28-10, the Cougars out in front. Seen a lot of those so far. After a gain of 8. Ellaby will do that here. Seam picked off. Austin Lee. And tripped up all the way down at the 30-yard line. Now, Tim Lester told us yesterday, seam routes, anything across the middle of the field, that has not been Ellaby's specialty. In his freshman season, a late flag falls down near the 30. And you see why right there, Tom.
Yeah, that's forcing the ball down the field. without a doubt.
Pocket for Wilson, zips it. Pau brought down to 23. Zach Wilson for those keeping score, and we know that you are 15 for 15.
Again, if he's on your fantasy team, Zach Wilson is going to get you high marks.
Now the touchdowns really feel good with those 3 scores.
Yeah, his QBR.
Roughing the passer. Defense, number 57. Half a distance to the goal. First down.
It's their heavy package. Austin Kafensis at QB.
A toss back. Gowolaku sneaks across the goal line for the touchdown.
Well, they ran that play against Utah, and it worked to perfection. And that time they ran 11 guys off the field. They ran an entire new unit on the field, so it caught Western Michigan by surprise. And then Austin Kafensis, who is a reserve defensive back but a special team stalwart, and he's there to toss to Gowolaku for the touchdown, and nice wrinkle by BYU.
Extra point is good, and the Cougars have stormed out of the gate after halftime. 35-10. Kalani Sitake, Jeff Grimes deep into their bag of tricks with his personnel.
Well, but look at all the lead blockers. So Kafensis becomes a lead blocker after the toss. The fullback becomes a lead blocker in front of number 5, the ball carrier. They can do it. They can play well. If they put their heads to it, they can play well.
Broncos 5 of 14 on third down. They need 3 here. Ellaby got caught in no man's land, triple teamed and sacked. Back inside the 25.
Who else? And make plays in a tough fourth down here facing Western Michigan against number 16, Taki, with 17 tackles on the day.
Ellaby hit as he threw, and it's incomplete. Zach Dahl got there. BYU will take over. Western Michigan now 2 of 4 on fourth down. The pressure was there once again. We've seen just about everything from Jeff Grimes and Kalani Sitake. This BYU coaching staff, a dangerous toss. Bushman reached back, made the catch right over Stephon Claiborne.
Well, Zach Wilson remaining perfect. Zach Wilson's going to get a new nickname from me. I'm going to call him the microwave. He's just been hot all day. Defender's hands, and why not?
Wilson wants more. Colley's wide open. Makes a diving catch. Sliding out of bounds. It'll be first down and goal.
Roy, I always say this, and you've heard me say this. It's hard enough to be perfect just going against air. Just going, no defense. Pretty impressive. Second most in bowl game history. How about that?
Now the record held by Mike Bobo, the current head coach at Colorado State. He completed 19.
How about that?
Back in the day at Georgia. Holker in motion, second and goal for BYU. Wilson thinking about it. To the end zone, touchdown! Now the patience pays off once again for the Cougars. And the score to Dax Milne, the first of his career.
Well, the patience by Zach Wilson, and then the delivery. I mean, that's a fastball. That he zips that one in. Pretty impressive by that young man. Making a run on Mike Bobo. He's now 18-18. How about that? 4 touchdowns.
Now he's got the fastball and changeup working. A curveball went 70 yards for a touchdown back in the third quarter. 42-10. And BYU trailed at halftime.
Trailing at halftime. They went in and dialed up, I'd say, some pretty good adjustments. It's hard to beat a team twice in the same year. It just downright hard.
Stoic one. Kalani Sitake looking on for this third down play. He told us an interesting story from the last couple of weeks. Get to it after this attempted pass for Ellaby. Flings it deep. Caught. Eskridge has it. Flung out of bounds. It'll be first and goal for Western Michigan. Eskridge right over the top of Mandel. They picked up the double nickel, 55 yards on that play.
Well,
third and goal coming up for the Broncos, trailing big against BYU. Here in Boise. Ellaby under center. And they'll push him into the end zone for the touchdown. 9 plays, 75 yards in just over 4 minutes for Western Michigan, and a pride possession there.
absolutely. That's what you're playing for now is pride, Roy. And I like the call. They use Odell Miller, the tight end, who doubles as kind of an extra guard in this offense, number 38. You see he just gets behind Ellaby, and it's all leg drive and elbows. And he gets his quarterback, number 9, over for the score. They'll
Broncos,
go for 2.
Yeah, I'm going to go for 2 here.
Yeah, get all you can in the shortest amount of time possible.
Hasn't been the kind of second half Caleb Ellaby wanted. He'll roll him out here as he flings it for the 2-point play. A nice play call. And the first grab, I believe, of the afternoon for Jaden Reed, who really came in as one of the big weapons for Western Michigan.
And it's at that wide receiver position. It's a player on the outside perimeter that can take the top off of defense.
Mangum to the end zone. And stopped inside the 1. He dropped that one in beautifully. A gain of 41 yards. And Dylan Collie, have yourself a final game in a BYU uniform.
Well, he almost got a touchdown out of that. And, of course, it came right when I was saying that they need a receiver to take the top off the defense. Dylan Collie almost got his 3rd touchdown of the game. But that's a great throw by Mangum, too. I just think as you go to next year, and whether it's in the recruiting process, a grad transfer process, you get a big receiver on the outside, you can, Zach Wilson, just keep giving him more and more weapons.
Handoff, touchdown, El Bakri from one senior to another. A 5th-year player from Salt Lake City. 2nd touchdown of his final season.
Well, how apropos, right? You get a couple seniors in the mix. Collie, Mangum, El Bakri. They know how to finish drives. They finished off quite a few for BYU over their careers, and it's a nice way to go out.
And the freshman, Zach Wilson, we asked him, hey, can you lead this team as young as you are? And he said, you know what, Roy and Tom, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's not just leadership by example. He's really grabbed the bull by the horns in an impressive first year. Defense was solid. Zach Wilson was perfect. And Kalani Sitake will see his 3rd season in with a 7-6 record. 49-18 the final score as we get you over to NBA Countdown presented by Mountain Dew Ice. Good night from Boise.